So I just filmed that other one. And here we're filming another one because I have a lot of ideas today for some reason. So as I filmed this series about how I got from Orlando, a guy from Orlando came to Taiwan, in my life over the past few decades, I see patterns. Maybe, well, let's not say patterns. I would call it fate. I'm not a religious person. I would say I'm somewhat spiritual, though. But I don't have answers. But when I look back at my life, I certainly see where fate or almost an unseen guiding hand or something was pushing me in that way. Now, they say human beings, we are predisposed to see and recognize patterns and things. That's why people say there's a face on Mars or the man in the moon, that we see these things because humans, we need to see patterns and recognize things. The clouds in the sky, we see them as dolphins and whales or flying machines. And that could be true. And maybe what I'm doing in retrospect, whatever that word is called, pattern recognition, is that a symptom of that, or is that? But honestly, I do believe that I've been incredibly fortunate. And the reason I say that is because I was just listening to Daniel Stern's autobiography, and he talked about at the end of his book, he talked about this chapter. He said, "What are the chances?" And he talked about all these. Really, what are the chances, happenstances that have happened to him in his life? One being like he played in some sort of, I don't know, it was like, not Little League, but some sort of baseball game. I don't know if it was celebrities or something out in Hollywood. And he played several innings as like the left fielder or whatnot. I don't know sports, I'm sorry. When he played in the field and when he was there, the whole game or the whole series of games he played, the ball never came to him, never came into him at all. And then once he finished up, he went and sat in the stands with 30, 40,000 other people. And when he sat down, within the first few moments, a foul ball popped up and landed right in, got to him, was hit right to him. Like, what are the chances? Another one he talks about is when he was living in New York. He and his wife decided they wanted to move out to, not Stockholm, Woodstock. And they were going to buy a house in Woodstock, but they decided against that, and they moved out to LA instead, and that's how he became a big movie star, or celebrity in Hollywood and LA and movies and things like that. Years later, though, he discovered that his brother, who had left the family, essentially, who had disassociated himself with the Stern family, he found out through his mother that he was living in the same house or the same farm that they were going to buy decades ago when they were going to leave New York. What are the chances, right? And in my life, I have seen those moments as well, where there's too much coincidence it just feels like too much coincidence for it to not be some sort of guiding hand or spirit or whatever it might be. And maybe it is just all fate and pattern recognition, but I don't believe that. I think there really is something, and I don't know what it is. I'm not religious again, so I don't prescribe it to any specific deity. If somebody asks me what religion I am, I say I'm an atheist, but I do believe in spirituality. I do think there is something out there that we might be beyond our comprehension as human beings. So, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this one, except for to say that that things happen in life and they're all for a reason. I guess maybe the religious Christians might say, oh, God doesn't close the door without opening a window. Something of that effect, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting that wrong too. But yeah. So I've sat here a while and I thought, how long will I sit here until I start to get eaten by mosquitoes? And starting to approach that time. So we might move on to another location here and continue our How Did Daddy Get From Orlando to Taiwan series. Yeah, so we'll stop there. See you next time.